Hello, welcome to Quackalope, and welcome to WonderCon. This is one of the very first Marvel United X-Men gameplays released by myself and Simon collaborating together. And for those of you that are watching through WonderCon, we are super excited to have it here. We wanted to make sure we were bringing something special and something showing off this brand new game just exclusively for the first time to you. In this video, we're going to be playing with Eric Lang, one of the designers of Marvel United, and Mike from SpinMaster, who has partnered up with Simon to make sure that all of this was possible. This is going to be one of our favorite cooperative and family-esque level games that came out last year. Now, I say family with a bit of a caveat because what we discovered in the gameplays last year was that Marvel United packs a accessible punch with clear-to-read iconography, a beautiful board with layout and story that you're playing, and clear objectives that you're going to head-to-head with, allowing you to take control of one of your favorite characters. In this series, it's going to be X-Men characters specifically, and go after or prevent world catastrophe, devious plans being executed, maybe a giant floating orb destroying all of Manhattan. There's a lot of things that you're going to be working against. But this game is accessible for families and yet has enough depth and complexity that it allows gamers, like myself, to start digging in and really reaping the rewards of this system that they've created. And I am beyond excited for what they've done with the X-Men series. This is going to bring in a variety of your favorite classic characters, a whole plethora of new ways to play the game, villains to go up against, and a series of some exclusive information that Eric Lang, one of the designers of Marvel United, is going to spill the beans on during this video. So stay tuned, get a little bit of the extra behind-the-scenes information, maybe some of the stuff that he wasn't supposed to share quite this early. And before we swing into it, I do want to make sure that I thank Marvel for collaborating and helping this video come to life. SpinMaster Games, in this video we'll be playing with Mike from SpinMaster, for partnering with Simon and being available to produce this with us as well. And finally, Simon for sponsoring this video. I'm super excited to be bringing another one of their incredible titles here to the channel, and I cannot wait to do more down the road. We're going to have two more. I was checking my fingers there to make sure I got the number right. We're going to have two more gameplays of Marvel United X-Men coming over the course of the next few weeks. These are going to highlight some of the more in-depth elements of what this new game is providing. And just in case you were concerned, everything that we're showing off, and I mean everything, is backwards compatible, as far as I'm aware, right? But who am I? I'm just a duck. Let's go ahead and get to the gameplay.
This is the worst part. Worst part of all of these is the one thing that I'm responsible for. Hello, and welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are swinging back into a title. Mike, Eric, it has been a little while since I've seen you two.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. It has. It has.
1 year later, we're here for some more.
We are here for some more. We are swinging into, well, I mean, people clicked on this video, so they're already aware that we're doing Marvel United, the X-Men collection. Mike from just holding up.
Oh, sorry, I was going X-Men.
That'll work. I'm going to leave that in because I was very confused for a moment. I thought you were saying I messed everything up. Either way, today we're joined with three incredible people. I have Mike from SpinMaster. Y'all are partnering with Simon in terms of getting this into everyone's hands, doing the Kickstarter and the retail release of the core box. Correct?
Yeah, man. We're super excited to be partnering with Eric again and the Simon team. Incredible to do a second helping of the Marvel United title, this time focusing on the X-Men.
Now, just remind me, we did 3 gameplays with the original core box. Were you on one of the sessions where you got royally embarrassed, or did you win last time?
No. We won when I got to play.
Okay.
Don't worry. There's been a few fighting chance today.
There's been a few people on the Quackalope team.
Mike.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. We have Nazca. Nazca, thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying up late to hang out. You help run and moderate our Discord community, which is now at about 3,500 members strong. I've basically disappeared as the mod team in the Patreon community has taken charge, and I think I think it's better for it.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
I'm glad to have you. And Eric Lang, the one individual here that probably doesn't need much of an introduction, considering I am currently seeking down nearly every game you've designed because they're quickly becoming some of my favorite. Thank you for being here. You are designer of Marvel United and a variety of other incredible games.
Yeah, I want to say co-designer, of course, but because is co-designed with Andrea Carvesio, and this
Andrea is going to be here. Don't worry about it. He's going to be embarrassed on a Quackalope gameplay too at some point.
He is, but I remember once I forgot to give him co-design credit, his rightfully deserved, and he never stopped harassing me for it. So Andrea. We're co-designers, even though I only made the good parts and you made the bad parts.
What if this time we forget to give you credit on that next video? Then you're equal, right?
Oh, please.
Okay. Strategically, we'll make that happen.
Let me give more credit too, because this with Marvel United, I was involved from beginning to end, soup to nuts, all the way. This for X-Men, I was involved very heavily at the beginning, helping shape all of the core mechanics and the vision behind the box. But the second half of development was all done by the team, which also had Ruj Ruseta and Alexio Schneerberger. I got your name right. So they took the chassis that Andre and I built, and they polished it and finished it off. So I'm actually excited to see the final product here.
And you're also now at this point a independent developer and designer as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, I've gone back to my roots, gone back to independent. I'm still working very closely with Simon and
naturally
on this project, of course. So there's still a bunch of stuff that we worked on together that hasn't even been announced yet, and I'm still working with them on really cool stuff in the future. But I'm also independent and going into more family style games. And you know what? It's kind of your fault a little bit, he said, pointing at Mike, because Marvel United was, I got to talk about Marvel United, how much I love it, right? So obviously it's Marvel. Marvel's amazing, but like it was part of this dream. We had this dream that we wanted to do this lifestyle family game, right? Introduce the family game market into this deep, rich lifestyle product that they can engage with over and over and over again. And sort of give them that first moment, right? That moment that transforms a somebody from a gamer adjacent to, oh my God, I think I'm in this hobby now. This is who I am. And like the fact that this game could be that for so many people has been like so incredibly humbling. And now we're doing the second part, right? The second part with the least surprising expansion I think we've ever done.
I mean, I'm pretty thrilled either way. I don't care if it's not surprising or not, but
who didn't look at the roster of Marvel United and go, I wonder who's missing.
I wonder who could be included. All that being said, this is not just a reskin of that core original game. The core mechanics and the gameplay is going to be very familiar, but this is actually a deeper dive into some of it's sort of, you talked about an entry-level family game. This is sort of taking a step up and giving people who maybe first entered the hobby through Marvel United. X-Men is going to take that up a notch, and there's some spoilers that you all have been given permission to talk about, right?
Hey, absolutely. Yeah,
so excited.
We did not rest on our laurels, right? Like I think anybody who knows us being the Simon team, the SpinMaster team, we love like pushing each other as far as we can. Like our mission, this is going to sound a little corporate and I apologize, but our mission is like, we want to earn our place on your shelf. So we don't want to do an expansion just for the case of selling more boxes. We want to do something something that where you can go, I bought this for a really cool reason that's feature loaded and gives me a whole extra level to the game I already enjoy. That's what this is, right? Everything, there's a bunch of new features in this core box, and all of them are backward compatible with United. So all this cool stuff is just going to enhance what you already have.
So what you're saying, Eric, is that this is going to be entirely backwards compatible with everything that people already have in their collection.
With nigh everything people have. That's correct.
I love it. So I love it.
The best, everything that you have in Marvel United is going to be added to in the passive voice and with really bad grammar by this set.
I like the passive voice and bad grammar. I did grow up in Kentucky. That being said, Mike, you have some other news you wanted to share.
Yeah, I mean, the other cool thing is we've got mutants this time, right? And mutants have innate powers. They're born with these powers. So we wanted to make sure these characters had a little extra something special to them. So different from all the characters from the original campaign, every mutant character will have 4 power cards as opposed to 3 power cards. And some of those heroes will even having a starting hand card, which is a power they'll start the game with every time in their hand.
So these are just more special abilities that players get access to. It's kind of what I was talking about when you're scaling up the sort of board gamer nature of this core system.
Exactly.
Very
That's
nice.
right. Yeah, they're a little bit more complex. And like Wolverine has a card that he starts with because it's Wolverine. And what's better than heroes, Mike?
Anti-heroes. So better than any other piece to do this in the Marvel Universe. We have so many characters in X-Men franchise that have been both hero and villain. And in the core box, for the first time, you'll get to play Magneto as both a hero and a villain, as well as Mystique, because they have both been on both sides of the aisle as both heroes and villains in the Marvel Universe. So Magneto and Mystique will come loaded with a hero deck, a villain deck, and a villain dashboard to go along with their character. And what's cooler than that is we had blue heroes the first game, and we had red villains. So when you put them together, we bring you the purple
Oh, you have the minis.
anti-heroes. Check these out. It's a purple Mystique and Magneto. They'll be featured in the core box.
Very nice. Very nice.
Amazing.
It's going to be cool. And then we have one
And
more
of course-
awesome feature for you.
If you're playing, and of course, if you're playing with anti-hero Magneto, you're not going to be able to play against villain Magneto because this is not Marvel. This is not crossover. This is not silly universe. This is super serious Marvel universe.
That's the next expansion where you have portals in every single box.
It's a good idea.
Right.
Eric,
Oh, right. Okay.
We got one more super awesome thing to share with you all, though.
Yeah, so we're not going to get to play it because Andrea and the team have decided that they've reserved your time to play that themselves. But
Sort
we're
of
gonna
rude of them.
Spoil it.
Yeah, a little rude
We're
of them.
spoiling it. Take that, team. So one of the coolest features in this core box is we have a 5-player mode for this game. 5 players to say that's great. Add another player, cool. But we're not going to stop there. We have supervillain mode, in which one player will take the role of the supervillain rather than make it by AI, and they are going to play against the other 4 heroes.
Which I always appreciate because there's always that one person in my game group that just wants to be the villain no matter what. We saw it in some of the other games that we had featured on the Quackalope channel. I mean, Jan or Alex is going to take the hot seat, and everyone else is going to wage war against them.
Well, that's right. It's like, it's a cooperative game, but I want to win. So now you play supervillain mode. Supervillain mode, we even have these. No, we can't show you exactly what they are, but you'll see them in Andrea's game later. What it does is each one of these villain boards. See, check out Magneto here. I'm gonna boop. In supervillain mode, he's going to replace his entire dashboard with just some extra tokens that the heroes get to start the game with, because they're going to need it, because oh my god, they're so strong. And it puts the player, of course, in the place of artificial intelligence. So what that does is there's 2 new decks that we introduce. There's a supervillain deck and a superhero deck. And they're going to give you a new set of cards that the villain's going to get to play, 1 use only. And each hero is going to get 1 new card from a set of 2, 1 use only throughout the game. They're triggered effects that you have to orchestrate a very specific trigger in game. They're like little mini missions, and then you get to use those for a really powerful effect. The villain has more than 1, of course. So the villain's going to be sitting there literally playing strategically, because the villain actually was going to have control of their master plan deck, right? Instead of those cards getting flipped, they're going to have a small hand of those master plan cards, and they're going to choose which ones they want to play, which are to be more contextually appropriate. So as you know, in that mode, the game is much, much, much harder. So the heroes are going to get even more coordinating powers, and they're going to get a few more special icons to start the game with. Good luck. Nobody's ever beaten me as supervillain, so
That sounds
all
like
I
a
got.
direct challenge.
It's a direct challenge. You Discord, bring it.
All right. All that being said, I am, like always in these TTS videos, I still have to explain it because people are like, why is Jesse just hanging out? I'm the cameraman, so I'm going to be floating around trying to make sure that the viewer has the best experience possible. So we're going to be having a 3-player game going up against Magneto, because we can't start an X-Men story without Magneto flipping and trying to twist metal to his will and slowly take over the planet or convert followers into his domain. Going up against Magneto, each of you have selected your characters. You want to dive into who you're playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Professor X, and I mean, look at the idealized Professor X art. It's amazing. So I am truly bad a $sign.
Now, Mike, you're playing everyone's grumpy uncle.
Oh, I'm playing everyone's favorite Canadian, Wolverine. The one, the only, the best at what he does.
And then Nazca, you chose Storm really quickly.
Oh yeah, she wrecked havoc. So that was an obvious choice.
I like it. So we're not going to do too much of a dig into the gameplay mechanics. I assume a lot of people are pretty familiar with this. If they're not, honestly, by about 5 minutes into the gameplay, they will understand what's going on. But Eric, if you want to give us a surface level over how Magneto is working here, I know he changes the board up just slightly, and then we'll go ahead and swing into this.
That's right. Yeah, let's show you the new thing here. So those of you who played Marvel Unite before, you remember that there's 3 missions that we have, 3 basic missions. Magneto changes that up a little bit. So before we have rescue civilians or beat up thugs or clear threats, we're actually going to replace clear civilians, goodbye, ciao, and with use Cerebro. That is a new mission that, because we are not allowed to rescue civilians.
Well, there aren't really a lot of civilians that need to be rescued. Magneto also wants to pull them into his
the problem,
cult.
Right? That's the problem. It's literally Professor X and Magneto competing over students whose university is better. Now this feeds into Magneto's loss condition. Remember that every villain has their own loss condition. His loss condition is if there are ever no civilians on the board, we lose instantly. Ciao, bye. So we have to make sure that Magneto, in an odd twist, we have to make sure that Magneto is not going around sucking up those civilians. That's new for us too. We'll walk through his threats real quick.
So we're going to populate all of these different locations. So here at the X-Jet, we have a magnetic force field.
Well, look at that. What a vision.
Oh, she's wearing a Halloween costume.
Wanda Maximoff has made an appearance in this game.
I like it.
That's right. Because remember everyone, remember that we are based on the comics, not the MCU. So that Wanda and Quicksilver were part of Magneto's. They were under Magneto.
That's correct. We have Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Mastermind, and the Blob.
I dig it.
Blob.
Blobby.
Nothing can stop the Blob.
So the objective of this
Except
is
us.
basically going to be playing story cards down into this timeline where you'll be taking a series of actions that allow you to do heroic actions, move your minions or your pawns around, and potentially take special actions either on the card or on the different locations that we have here. The objective of the game is to take out Magneto by dealing, in a 3-player game, we have to deal 7 damage to him. So pretty easy.
Yes, except of course, as you know, we are not allowed to touch him until we.
There is that factor. So Magneto is going to be protected until we're able to clear out at least 2 of these 3 special missions here: defeating thugs, clearing threats, or doing Cerebro. How does Cerebro work, Eric?
So Cerebro is a special action which you have to, unlike with civilian thugs that you can do piecemeal, you can just do them 1 action at a time. Using Cerebro, you have to do a move action and you have to do a heroic action in the same turn. They can be in any order, but you have to do them in the same turn. So it's either both or nothing. And then you just get to fill in 1 of each.
Nice.
And then of course you'll just grab a token from the appropriate bag and just throw it on the Cerebro card.
All right.
Are you ready, kids? You're not ready.
Oh, we're ready.
Y'all are starting down here at the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning, and Magneto is up here at Asteroid M.
Let me just talk you all for those of you who are, because I know this is Discord. A lot of you are playing here going, thinking that we're not going to play our best. We're going to play our best and maybe still lose. But so Magneto, every turn, when he does his villain turn, which we'll start with right away, you're going to add a civilian to the location opposite of him. So that's, he's automatically generating civilians. Yay. Which is important. Remember, we have to make sure that we don't let all those civilians disappear. His special BAM effect, well, if it comes up, we'll tell you. And his overflow, this is important. You all remember how overflow works? If he ever tries to add a civilian or a thug for any reason to a location and can't, you get the overflow effect for each time it cannot be used. His overflow effect means that turn all civilians in that location into thugs. He's recruited them successfully. Because remember, his civilians are our thugs.
So he's adding them in, and then he's cycling them back over to the other side. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And essentially,
terrible.
if he overflows all these locations, we've lost the game.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
It's all right. So let's check out his master plan, seeing as Magneto gets to go first. Villains are kind of jerks. They always go first.
Well, he engages. I mean, he starts the storyline.
Flip. So Magneto.
Ooh, those cards are
God.
fancy.
Oh, yeah, these are... Welcome to Prototype Land! Magneto's going to move 3 spaces clockwise. 1... Oh, look! Hi, buddy.
No.
And he is going to add... he's going to add 1 thug to his location and his 2 neighboring locations.
Which he is able to do, but not for very long.
Just! So, all right, you two. Remember, Mike, we're on the same team. Remember
Yes, sir.
that.
I remember.
For
now.
Nazca, like if he's acting up, you know what to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now we gotta strategize a little bit. I have one of my specials. In my hand, I got leadership. I got a leadership card, which will give 2 heroic tokens. Remember that heroic tokens are not usable to rescue civilians. We can't. We could, but that's
We just
terrible.
don't get credit for them.
But you could take them. You could take them off. Well, that doesn't. It could prevent overflow. That could be an important part of it.
So what I'm going to do, if you all don't mind, I'm just going to use Cerebro. I'm going to use both those actions, my move and my heroic action, right away. Just to do the first part of Cerebro. Hopefully that sets you up. Unfortunately, the other 2 cards are not good for me.
Now, because someone else gets to play off of your card, they'll also get to cycle and complete that, right?
They will. You want to but hold on, just a quick. Remember, everyone, that Magneto is going to play again here. If he adds anything, to the university, it's overflowing, and all those civilians go away. If you can, I beg you, Mike, to please. I beg you, if you can, please kill some thugs.
I will heed your call, sir. So I will play an attack here and then a move. So I'm going to take out one of these thugs.
And I apologize, everyone. One thing I forgot to do. You're supposed to draw a card at the beginning of your turn to get more options.
I also did not do that.
Well, listen, it's not like you both collaborated and designed the game.
I know. The designers are the worst at their own games. It's horrible.
Either way, I'm doing the same move. So I'll stick to my guns here.
Okay.
So I took out this 1 thug. I have a move, as well as I have.
You have 2 moves and a special action.
And a special action. I'm thinking I might just do a second Cerebro here.
Not the worst idea. Remember, everyone, that NASA, just in case, because you may not have played as often as we have, it's a pretty cool idea to get rid of these missions as quick as possible. But if we get rid of one too fast, the villain's going to show up he's going to play his master card every 2 cards, not 1. So we might want to pace ourselves a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait then. I'm gonna actually clear out with one of my heroic actions. I'm gonna clear out one of these civilians just to help prevent some overflow here. And then I'm going to move one, but I'm not going to move a second one because I don't want to end my turn in a bam location.
Fair.
Makes sense.
So I will pass it. That's the end of my turn.
Nazca, it's all you.
Okay. So what I
Guessing you're
can
gonna do
do
more of that.
is, so I'm going to play this one, which should give me an ability to kick this thug out of here.
You're actually going to put the thug into the center area.
Oh
here.
yes, apologies.
No worries. Oh, thank you for the move. I needed that.
You're welcome. And then I think I will move over here. And now, do we want to put another set onto the middle, or would you prefer me to actually put one over here?
I think we're
Oh,
better
good question.
suited for you to do a heroic action on the master plan card there, so we can clear one of those threats.
Yep. Oh, not this one. This one.
Now, does that still trigger this inner card? Or do you
no,
need,
she's
or do you need
Nazca's
to
only
use
using
that
it.
action
No, she's using the heroic action to
down here?
to deal with
So
the
you
threat.
actually have to
It's-
spend that heroic action up here to cycle that card.
That's correct. That's right.
Gotcha.
And the move,
Yeah, you
correct?
have to spend a heroic and a
Both of
move
them.
in the same turn. That's right.
Okay, and I will ignore the second move because same as Mike, I don't want to end up over there.
All right. Well, it's
And I
Magneto's
forgot to
turn.
draw a card.
Oh, but Mastermind seems like such a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a jerk face. All right, go Magneto. What's going on?
No
All
move.
right, he doesn't move, and bam! His
Uh-oh.
bam ability
Oh
is
no,
add
Professor
one
X.
thug. Oh god! Add one thug and deal 1 damage to each hero in Magneto's location. Each hero's and each hero in this and adjacent locations must discard an action token if
Oof.
they have any.
Okay.
We have none.
No one's got
We have
tokens.
none.
Good for you all.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't play my card last time, but I still have to take a damage.
So he just
Um,
he just completely strolled up to a mostly empty school and just like broke open the doors and is now bullying a man in a wheelchair.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can take it.
I've seen that film.
Yeah, it was like midwinter recess, and Professor X thinks he has the whole mansion to himself, but then and Magneto rolls up and just
Yeah.
blows the whole place up.
All right, I'm gonna toss this card. Oop. So now that Magneto's done his bam, now we got to add 3 thugs to his location.
Now the jet's going to be a problem.
I can do something about it on my turn.
Oh, good. All right. So then, do you think I should help Mike instead?
So I can hit. I've got everything for my next hand.
No
So
one needs your help, Eric.
Wolverine
Well, okay.
is a one Canuck
Actually-
show.
Actually, then, in that case, Nazca, what I'll do, if maybe I'll give you some leadership. Look at that.
What did that do, Eric?
Ooh.
I get to give 2 heroic action tokens to another hero.
Ooh, that's some. Those are some tokens you're giving out.
Yeah, does that, if I gave you these 2, would that
Yeah.
give you enough to, not you, Mike, not giving you anything.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Nazca, if I gave these to you, would that give you enough to handle the magnetic force field?
Yeah,
so
I'll set her up. She'll be able to do it for sure.
and I've got enough to deal with thugs as well.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, good. Well, you can have the big turn then.
Thank you.
Well, then I'm gonna do. Oh, actually, you know what? Then I'll stay put, and I'll use your movements in this to
Just stick him back in the pool.
hang
Yeah.
out with Cerebro. I mean, that's kind of what he does, right?
That's a full on.
I'm-
It's a stare down. The house just exploded, and you're just looking up into the sky at him floating above you.
I'm good.
All right, cool. So I am going to play my starting hand power which is Wolverine's healing factor. And what this does is, as long as this card's faced up in the storyline, if I ever have less than 3 cards, I get to draw a card.
So this is the card that no matter what you started with, this is a cool ability.
It's super cool.
It's his regeneration.
It's his healing factor, right?
Oh,
We're
and
talking
for
about
anyone,
mutant
for anyone
powers,
watching,
right?
I'm learning all of this with you. As a fan of the original, I know nothing going into this gameplay. So if you hear me exclaim, "Oh, that's interesting," it's selfish.
What's super cool is that, you know, that is also after every time a villain is played. So as things start speeding up, if I have less cards in my hand, it's more to draw too. So it's quite a cool power for Wolverine.
Yeah, that's pretty
Pretty epic.
it's pretty bad.
So while I'm in
mean,
this
bad in the good
location, I'm gonna drop 2 tokens here, I think. Why isn't it let me take them out of the bag?
So you're gonna be popping the location here as well. So it looks like you're gonna be able to take down both of the magnetic force fields within the next turn or two.
That's what we're hoping for here. That would be quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
I
survive.
will-
Oh, I'm sorry, Nesca. It's not your. Oh, sorry. It is your turn.
It is
sorry,
her
sorry,
turn.
sorry.
It is.
She's a
That's right.
professional X-Men, former leader.
I'm
Okay.
too eager to have Magneto beat
excited.
us up.
So I'm
It's just-
gonna use.
You interrupted, and then all you see is a lightning strike.
So Storm's card here is one of my favorite new arts in the game. Like
It
this
is
is
pretty
this
cool.
is sick artwork. So
Oh
cool.
my god. Sorry, I'm actually y'all. I'm seeing this playing with the prototype version where we used clip art from the comics. This is
It's
damn.
pretty cool.
I'm just enjoying watching Eric look at all the new pretty things.
I mean, it never gets old.
All right.
I also
so
I just love this art style.
Same
I
here.
will
Sorry,
hit. That's all right. I will hit both of these thugs out of here.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
I do not want them
Bye.
on my jet. Then I can use Wolverine's token and 2 of my tokens to
Yeah.
clear this
You're set
little
up.
force field.
So this is coming off the board,
Nice work.
and you now have the ability at the X-Jet, end of turn. So if you end there, you may move to any other location.
It's so fitting for Storm too.
Yes. Anywhere in particular you want me to move for the next?
How's your
turn?
hand? Are you very very combat-y?
I could deal some damage on the next turn.
Because we might want to start taking I don't know. I feel like I just don't like Quicksilver, and I've always wanted to kind of punch him.
Now's your chance.
Well, I mean,
Um,
yeah, but I'm sending Storm in
Yeah,
there.
it's hard to
Yeah.
diagnose pure strategy coming from Eric or just direct
Right,
prejudice
right.
against certain Marvel characters.
Yeah. Well, the question is, what are the chances of the BAM again for Masterminds to actually poke
mean,
me a little bit?
It's about 50-50.
Yeah, it happens pretty often. So
All right, I'll risk it if you're okay with that.
she's
And
going
I'll
for Mastermind.
I'll start trying to do some kicking.
She'll leave Quicksilver for you, Eric. She's being kind.
Oh yes.
It's all
Okay.
yours, buddy.
No, it's not. It's Magneto's
Magneto's turn.
turn. Boo hiss.
Let's see if he bams.
I mean, unless you're playing as
Oh.
him.
Of course.
Of course he bams.
Oops.
Oh god, he moves 4. Let's do his 4 move first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at
Yep.
him moving. Bam!
So, triggering Mastermind's ability. Heroes
Oh,
in this.
He doesn't hit Mike. Oh well.
Heroes in this and adjacent locations reveal 1 random card from their hands. For each punch at the bottom of the revealed cards, discard 1. Oh, you're going to be punching civilians. That's not very nice of you. So how does this work? Randomly, Nazca will shuffle up her hand and reveal 1.
Yes.
You really don't want to draw one of these cards.
Please.
Well, there's
don't
no
leave
civilians
that
there though.
Yeah,
one.
but let's say I only have one really good
Here,
card in
we'll
there.
take that one. Did we take the bad one? Really? I'm sorry.
Double wild, but yeah, but over here at this location, Eric, there's no civilians, so I don't think anything's actually going to trigger.
Woo. Okay. Unfortunately, though,
Well, I didn't look at your location.
I'm sitting here stuck in WandaVision as she. Oh my God, my 2 cards. I've never had 2 better cards in my hand.
Do you want me to pick one?
Yeah, please. I can't bear it. I have to remove one of these at random from the game.
Okay, I'll try not to do too much damage.
No,
I'm
it does not.
sorry.
They're both super good.
Oh,
So
that's a powerful card too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit bad now.
You should feel a little bad.
It's okay. Whoops, sorry.
Not that bad,
Okay.
but a touch bad.
Just a touch,
Okay.
yeah. I'm
To
sorry.
be fair, though, at this point, if we do lose, we can probably blame Eric for standing in the Scarlet Witch's position for 2
Yeah,
Well,
for
hold on a sec, kids. Quicksilver now has to bam, and he will deal 1 damage to the hero with the most cards in hand. Doesn't matter where they are. He's Quicksilver.
So Mike and I both have 3.
Oh wait, Quicksilver happened no matter what.
Yup.
So he would have done that last bam as well.
You're right.
I am right.
Look at us being cheaty McCheat faces.
So I believe you were all tied last time. So one person that's your choice should lose a card, and then whoever currently has the most cards in their hand is losing a card. This is bad. I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is a real problem.
Right. Well, you get to choose which card you want to take. So, Mike, you should take damage.
I'm happy to discard one as well.
Mike, you might be muted.
I am muted. I'm saying all kinds of Scarlet Witchy stuff over here. And I'm sitting here on mute.
Mike was like, why is no one laughing at my jokes?
I was like, I'm hilarious right now. What's going on?
I thought Mike was just being sullen.
You warned me about all this trash talking, and then I heard nothing.
Yeah. No, I was saying how Scarlet Witch went in there and just changed your reality. So, all right. So
that's how
It's always funnier when you have to explain the joke.
It is. We
Way
strategically mute Mike just because his trash talking isn't
Do
quite
we
up
want
to
to do
par.
a clean cut here, Jesse?
No, I'm good. I'm good with this.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, amazing. All right, so I will discard a card because Quicksilver just
and that was when SpinMaster stopped working with Quackalope. Yeah, they stopped working with Quackalope. That was the moment.
Oh, that's it. Well, he was not going to do a clean cut.
That was a retcon, by the way. Because we forgot to activate Quicksilver from the last ban. So now the person with the most cards, which unfortunately is you, Nesca, you got to take a damage.
Fine.
Okay.
All right, we're not done. Because the blob discards one. Oh, God. Discards a civilian. Bye.
We didn't do that either.
Mm-mm.
So this is a lesson here. Is that
This is a lesson.
some
Play the
brand
game
new
correctly.
BAM powers affecting the board even when we don't have characters in their location.
But no one was in that location, and there was only ever one civilian there, so you should be fine.
And it's deal 1 damage to anybody who's at that location.
No one's there, and it takes more
and-
move to leave that location.
Because the blob is just roar, get off my asteroid.
Even though we caught them a cycle late, I really am digging the way that different characters. Because now strategically, I'm thinking about who we should take out first because they're going to potentially cause more havoc. Quicksilver seems like
might
the
be the
natural
first
target.
one we have to go get first for sure.
I told you gotta get rid of Quicksilver. He's a jerk.
You did say it. You just didn't give us any
You
context.
didn't clarify.
Yeah.
We thought you were just targeting him.
Look, I'm Professor X. You either learn to listen to my advice or you just keep questioning your.
Wait, the whole point of the series is that we don't listen to your advice.
That is true.
Magneto, did you see the extra thugs? Yes, you did, right? No, you did not. Magneto needs 3 extra thugs. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. So one goes there. Oh, that's the wrong
One
one.
there, and one there. And now you have a serious problem over here at the hangar bay as well.
Yeah. Okay. I drew my card. Yeah, it's not your turn, Mike.
Good
Well,
news.
I can do some damage when it is my turn.
Good news, bad news. I'm enjoying this gameplay so far.
Oh, that's great. Great news.
Mike, do you want a big turn, or should I save my?
I can clear 2 thugs,
Without
potentially 3 on my next turn. But now I feel like I need to move and start slashing up Quicksilver over here.
Okay, what I'll do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a wild. Oop.
Oh.
So here, all right, everyone, we got to start choosing.
Oh, did we forget to put a token here for this card?
We did. We can go ahead and place
We
that.
did. So we're a little spread out here, right? It's nice that we're doing all 3 of these missions, but remember we need to take out 2 of them to hurt Magneto.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can
making a
clear
choice?
3 thugs on my neck on this coming turn. I can even, if you want.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that
So maybe I should just kind of roll over.
because that will get
to
us
your
close
area.
to clearing 2.
Okay.
I can clear
Fair.
either clear 2 of my location or hit Mastermind for 2, whichever.
Well, and
We
I'm
need-
gonna be honest. Those force fields, it's not bad to get them off anyway, because if he's on those or adjacent locations, he couldn't be damaged either way, and they right now cover every section of the board.
Yeah, look, I'm getting away from her. I'm not a fan. So I'm gonna get okay. So Storm, thank you for one of those punches. I'm gonna use that to thuginate. Bye. I'll use my own wild to get the heck out of one division. Mike, you're taking out all these?
I can, yeah, totally. Or I could do 2 and move.
You've got the
Okay,
wild.
good, yeah.
You've got the wild.
Yeah,
so
get out, because I need. I'm gonna do this. Oop. That's it. I'm done.
Nice.
Just so you know, my base hand size is 1 because I just keep getting punched in the face.
that's
All right.
brutal.
So I'm going to draw.
It's hard.
All right.
It's hard life.
All right, I'm going to do Adamantium Claws.
Boom.
Shing shing. And so I'm going to take out both these thugs.
Double punch, double wild.
And then I'm thinking I can also clear this, which is probably beneficial because Magneto's right next door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll clear this card as well with the 2 remaining wilds. I'll take out that. So now we've cleared a second.
And
threat.
you've opened up the hangar bay. End of turn. You may gain 1 punch movement or special token.
Woo!
Nice.
From what I have in my hand right now, I will take a punch, and especially since Magneto is going to need some punches to the face quite soon. So I will grab one of those.
Oh, I've
I
already
think
put one
we've
here.
I think we've only completed 2.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me trying to cheat. It's the only way we can win.
Hey, we're setting up pretty good here. I'm feeling good. We just can't get another BAM. I think that's gonna wind up hurting us quite a
Uh-huh.
bit.
Channel, if we were playing, to be honest, if I had my druthers, I'd be Magneto right now and I'd be like beating them up just non-stop.
All right, Nesca.
I mean, hey friends.
All right. I will draw 1.
I feel like I've got to bring Jan or Alex back to play the villain.
Oh, totally. You need Jan to come back and play as Magneto, or
Well, I mean, we have a pile of other villains over here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mystique.
Mystique. Is
I think
set.
Jan.
Yeah.
I think Jan should play Mystique.
Yeah, so fun.
All right.
You'll
Let's see
be
what
a
you're playing,
beautiful
Nesca.
Mystique. I'm going to do
Well.
some proper bum kicking here.
He's beautiful. He's
Look at
beautiful.
this.
Whoever he is.
Whoa.
yes.
Triple wild. That's awesome.
And
So I'm
you
going
don't get
to...
those punches though. Just to clarify.
Yeah, you don't get the special punches. Those are like his
Oh,
text
yes, I
text line.
don't. Oh no! I was getting so excited I can just kick Mastermind out of there straight away. Okay, so shall I think 2 health off of Mastermind and the final thug onto the cards if everyone agrees.
Oh, I
I
have an alternate suggestion if you don't mind.
Oh, please.
You actually have the capability because they're all wild. You could clear the
Oh.
bugs and Cerebro
Oh.
same
Oh.
Yeah,
turn.
at the same time.
Yes.
Which is the
That's
best thing
massive.
you can do.
Yep.
Punch Magneto. See, Storm always like. This is why, like Storm. I know that Storm is not underrated. Everybody says Storm's amazing, but I still think she's underrated.
Oh, yes.
Like when
Well,
people talk
there's
about
a
the X-Men,
difference.
it's all Jean Grey, she's the best. But
No.
There's a difference between being highly rated and still not living up to like not being where you should be in the zeitgeist.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Storm is one of the best characters of all time. She is
So
we-
like-
incredible.
So
like
we've just
Storm
wiped
was
out.
like the Intercontinental Champion that could always that was always within a hair's breadth of winning a title shot against the World Champion.
Nice.
Hey, former X-Men leader, right? She led the gold team.
Yeah.
And also Queen of Wakanda. Let's not forget that. She is an all-around success.
So
all
you've
right,
just
now-
cleared 2, which means you can attack Magneto. However, you're also going to be drawing every 2 cards on the villain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hi Magneto. Hello.
And
Ew.
Oh God, he banned again. All right.
1 movement,
Oh hi.
Oh, come on.
a BAM effect. So let's start with Magneto's BAM effect.
This isn't
Yep.
Add
so-
one thug and deal 1 damage to each hero in Magneto's location. Each
So-
hero in this and adjacent locations must discard 1 action token if they have any.
We don't.
good. I do. I
I'm
have.
KO'd. And
We're
I
not-
lost my double wild, everyone.
Oh,
No.
My double wild, ladies. Bye.
Thematically, he really is just beating up on Professor X, which is what I expect, though.
That's all he does.
That's
That's
it.
all he does. He's got a grudge.
His whole game is, I'm better than you. I know where the world should go.
so I have a question.
Hmm.
So he just dealt the damage to myself. So I have to discard a card as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
That's not good. And
Yeah.
and then Quicksilver also just bammed everybody, right?
Yeah.
1 damage to the
Oh.
hero with the most cards in hand.
Nah, me.
Me again.
Oh God.
There we go.
Like I just have this visual of Quicksilver, just like he's just running around the board, like boop, pew, boop, boop. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
It's quite brutal. It's quite brutal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I don't remember Quicksilver in the first version of this core box being this strong. He said pointedly to his team. All right.
It's pretty epic though, right? It talks about
Yeah. I mean, I love hating him.
It's very
And-
thematic for him to just run around and steal
totally.
stuff.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
we have to set up our strategy a lot better in the beginning game. I think the next time to account
Yeah,
for
yeah,
all the stuff
we-
going on.
Yeah.
we're just bad at this. Can we please continue to beat ourselves up because
He's not going to trigger anything because there's no minions there. Mastermind is not going to mess with anything either because there's no heroes there.
we got the
Same.
heck out.
And the
Same with
Scarlet,
Scarlet
Witch
Witch.
is not going to do anything either. We are, however, still going to populate 1 thug per location, and that's going to make the Genosha a high risk location.
Yes.
And you have
Oh,
2
boy.
actions to deal with it. So,
All right, this has to be a big turn here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
well,
So-
Yeah,
it's a good thing Professor X still is in the game.
And
in theory.
has Magneto now finished his turn?
Yeah, he's
He
done.
has.
Because you know what that means?
Oh, it's my
Healing
turn.
factor. It's healing factor time.
Oh,
Boom!
That's actually
gets a
great.
card. Love it.
Nice.
Yeah. Back in the game.
I can't actually come and help with this location because of the blobs. You need to use 2 movements to get out of there. I literally do, unless someone sets me up with an amazing card, I
Oh,
can't
and
do
I
anything
lost
about
my-
that.
I lost my teleport. So I guess we've sort of decided that the asteroid is just no go.
Well, I mean,
Just done with-
Magneto's fighting you down on the ground, so
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Don't we want to just take out
just
Magneto
like
at this point?
shivved Wolverine with a steel rod, and Wolverine's like slowly stitching back up.
Oh
I
my
can-
God. Storm left me 2 things. You know
She
what?
left you
You're-
two
You're
double
welcome.
wild, man. Come on.
All right.
Do
what
some
I'm gonna do-
magic.
Let's see some
Yeah.
punches here.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not ready for this.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I am going to provide some leadership, and I'm going to punch my best friend. Excuse me while I punch you. Whoops, sorry. That was a little too strong. Just, it was a little preview.
So you're punching him
preview.
3 times here?
No, I'm giving, I'm punching him 3 times.
Because can you deliver those two punch tokens to your favorite Canuck over here?
Fine. We're strange bedfellows for now.
There you are. So, I mean, tides have turned a little bit.
Mhm.
Tides
They have.
turned.
We might beat them. Hi.
Where were we?
I was giving you my. I was
just exclaiming, no, this may be enough to turn the tide. I'm interested to see.
I think it might be. I think Wolverine's about to show you why he's the best at what he can do.
So he just got like shivved by a metal rod, pulled it out, stitched back together. What can you do there, Mike?
Oh, watch this. So I'm gonna draw my card,
Dramatic. That was what I was looking for.
but
shook.
I'm going to drop another double.
What?
Nice.
Wolverine comes out and delivers 4 hits with the 2 tokens he just got from his pal Professor X. Thank you, Chuck.
What an elbow drop.
All right.
And with that, we
So
have
this
taken out
this
Magneto.
fully deserves a Matthew Mercer Critical Role style. Mike, how do you want to do this?
So Wolverine, claws, full berserker mode, goes running straight at Magneto. It doesn't matter what he's throwing at him. He's just ripping it to shreds. Adamantium sparks everywhere, and just full-blown just tackles Magneto to the ground, takes off the helmet, and just knocks him out with his super heavy fists. Lights out.
I'm surprised you
And
all
he,
won.
and he even says things. He's like, "Lights out, non-Canadian."
I'm all right. So I'm first off completely shocked that y'all won. Strategically, that worked out very nice. The bad news for you all is we are playing the core base game, without an additional set of messy rules and elements that would make you probably lose.
We
More
are
substantial.
playing it on the easiest difficulty,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
just like with the regular core game, right? If we want to play on a hard difficulty, we'd all have to discard those double wilds. Bye bye. Now, I mean, our other cards are really good. So it's not like it's not a strict.
No.
downgrade.
I'm just making sure for the audience and your own sake, you're not too proud of the fact that you just completely annihilated Magneto. He'll come back with a vengeance sooner or later. All that being said, I've got a few observations based off of the original Marvel United and a few questions that I want to pose. Nazca, though, first, I think first time you've played. So
Yep.
first impression, final thoughts.
I think this is gonna land in my collection now.
There you go.
Yay!
Take it.
Royalties are
Sold.
the
Customer
best.
number 1.
Just because it actually is quite satisfactory to kick the villains.
The
Pretty
weird,
fun.
the thing that we ran into, and I'm talking myself, Jan, Alex from Board Game Co., and everyone else we were able to collaborate with on the other set of 3 videos. And I'm looking forward because we have a few other guests that we're going to be bringing on from other media channels and sources in our industry for the next 2 videos. Everyone across the board, Eric, and you remember, was surprised because we'd underestimated the degree of coordination and strategy in a game that literally has like 5 symbols that you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
You've simplified a cooperative game into something that is accessible for people that pick it up off the shelves in a retail store, and is still interesting and compelling and grows with players as they add expansions, add mechanics, and play with different characters. And right now, my observations of X-Men is you've enhanced and dug into, you and the team, refining and redefining this for a heavier gaming market, have dug into the elements that I would have hoped you would have dug into farther. I'm excited. I'm just as excited as when I first ran into this. It's a good reminder of why I'm such a big fan of this series.
Also, I got to say, so props to the team. They did a great job. Like just like with United, we spent a lot of time polishing the first set, and this set no different, right? Expansions are even harder to do than the base game because we mined so much of our design space with the first one. The ability to still come up with all these characters and be able to surprise was great. But our mandate for the set was we wanted to add more depth, but we didn't want to just add complexity for its own sake. We want to make sure, that everything is earned, right? And thematic, right? There's this very specific feel to X-Men, right? X-Men have to be coordinated. The villains have to feel, we wanted the villains to feel uniquely, not annoying is the wrong word, but uniquely painful, right? We want to feel like the game is waging psychological warfare on you. I hope we succeeded. I forgot how bad these villains are. Next time I'm going to punch them.
Yeah, they're real tough. And I think too, Eric, we got a lot of really amazing feedback the first time around too. And a lot of that was looking for different levels of difficulty, looking at different, more differentiation between the different heroes. And we hear you. And through this X-Men campaign, we're hoping to deliver that and show you a bunch of really cool new features through what X-Men is going to have in store.
And it's almost like we'll have more surprises in store. What?
More? I mean, no, I think listen, I don't know much, but if I know anything about a CMON campaign, you've released all of the exclusive information here on this one video. There's nothing new coming. There's no surprises down the road.
That's true. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Either way. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm excited to dig into the next two gameplays. So for anyone that's made it to this point, make sure you hit the subscribe button to Quackalope and follow along with the CMON campaign. There'll be a link down below where you can keep track of the Kickstarter, either when it's already launched or as it's approaching launch. Usually we release these a little bit in advance. And so make sure you follow the link at the very top of the description down below to track what exactly is happening there. Along with that, I'm now going to throw it to myself, saying goodbye to everyone.
Well then, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. It is always an honor and pleasure to sit down with Mike and Eric Lang to play this game. I cannot wait to show it off, and I'm recording this outro after we've already done a few more gameplays, and I'll be honest, this was fun, but if you made it to the end of this, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned, because the next two take it up another level. This has so many cool mechanics and applications that are coming to the table, and I cannot wait to show it off to you even more.